So when I was 17 years old, I hit this pregnant lady with my car on the 10 freeway in West Covina, California. I am in no way, shape, or form proud of this. I am such a safe driver now, but like when I was 17, I was definitely a little bit reckless. I was basically driving home with my friend who I would have banged back then, and I still would bang today, even though we're not friends anymore. And like I actually matched with his brother on Hinge like a year ago or something. But basically, I was driving home from San Gabriel with my friend who lives in West Covina. So I was taking him home. I live in Glendora with my parents, so it's like all in Southern California. So we were driving home, and like back then we would do this thing where like in our like 2003 like Honda Accord Coupe, it was like a beat up like car. We would like go on like the roof thing, like we had an open roof sunroof thing, and one of us would like go up and like sing like whatever song was playing in the car. So we played a lot of like Mr. Brightside by the Killers and like a lot of like Into Your Arms by the Maine, just like pop punky sounding songs, because we were both like pop punky vibes. I mean, mostly me, but like he was like into that too, and his future girlfriend like also like likes that. So we were driving, and we were coming home, taking him home. I was going 85 on the freeway, so I don't go 85 on the freeway anymore because that's like a little fast for me. Like I have anxiety on the road. I prefer sticking to 65 to 75 when I'm on the freeway. So like I said, 10 freeway, around West Covina, we were about to exit, and I was going 85, and like this guy, John O'Callaghan from the Maine, was saying like a lyric. He was like, she had it all figured out, she had the most, oh, I bet you didn't expect that, she made me change my ways. Like right at that lyric, when he was like, I bet you didn't expect that, I remember like singing it, and I was struggling saying like I bet you didn't expect that. I was struggling, and then right when I struggled with that lyric, I did not know this back then, but apparently my back tire, like my back right tire, popped, and we legitimately, like we were both screaming the lyrics, we immediately started spinning on this 10 freeway, and we just spun. Like I lost control over my steering wheel, and I like, it felt like I was driving, and then like suddenly it just like I couldn't stop it from spinning to the right. Like it spun to the right, so I immediately like moved my wheel to the left, and because I moved my wheel to the left, like it aligned with the right spin, so it spun some more. It was so scary, you guys. Like I was like, oh my god, and my friend was like, shit, like it was like crazy, right? So I don't know how this happened, but like basically it was 10 p.m. on a summer night. I was 17 years old. It was like 2015, I think. And we spun around. Thankfully, for some reason, only one car got hit, who was the pregnant lady. She had like a person in the car with her, I think, or maybe she didn't, but like I never even got to see her because we hit this pregnant lady while we were spinning, and then she like crashed onto the left center divider of the freeway. And then my friend and I, we kept spinning, and we like crashed along the right wall. So we got separated. Like I never saw the pregnant lady, and my friend and I just continued spinning and crashing and drifting along the right wall. And so we like all of this happened in like under like a minute basically, because we crashed on the right wall, and John O'Callaghan was continuing to sing on the freaking car. He was like, into your arms, and I like turned off the radio, and I was like, oh my god. And people like there was like the street like past the freeway, it wasn't like a gated freeway, it was like there was like a construction at the time, so there were like these little kids like way over there, and they were like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like I didn't have a single scratch. My friend was completely fine too. And so the first thing I did was call my other friend who ended up dating the guy that was in my car. Called her. I was like, hey, like I just crashed, I don't know what to do, because I had been in like minor crashes, but this was like the biggest one, obviously, right? And then I was like, oh my gosh, like what do I do? And then the police, I never talked to the police. The ambulance came. I could not drive my car. My friend who was in the car with me was like, who I'm not friends with anymore, shout out to you if you're here, but my friend was like, oh, like why don't you take your car and like drive it out to the exit? And I was like, I'm scared to drive the car, I have no control over it. And the ambulance came, and the first thing I said to the ambulance was, oh my gosh, like I swear I'm not drunk, like I'm not on drogas, like I don't condone drinking and driving, I don't condone drogas. Like I was just like, I don't know what happened in my car, like I lost control over it. And they were like, it's fine, and they put me in this ambulance. And I wish they didn't, because we had to pay thousands of dollars for it, even though we were not like hurt, but like we had to do it, it's fine. because they closed down the freeway because my parents, like, no one could pick us up because they closed down the entire freeway. And so we got on the ambulance, and then these are the photos from the ambulance and like the ride and stuff. It was a decent ride. It was just like really crazy that happened. Neither of us were hurt, and was hurt. And then we went to Kaiser, like a nearby Kaiser Permanente, and then like we got checked, nothing happened. So we went home, and then like my car was towed back to my place at like 1 a.m, and it was like super like messed up. It ended up being like they crushed it into like a little box like a week later. So that car is totaled. But yeah, so the pregnant lady, she was completely fine. I would feel so bad. I've already felt so bad that like I hit her and she was fine, but like I would have felt so, I don't know how I would live with myself if something had happened to her, if she died, or like if her fetus like died. Like that would have been so like bad for me. Like I don't know what I would do, like if that was like a responsibility. Like, oh my gosh, like I would take accountability, but like I would feel so guilty and I would feel so terrible, you know what I mean? But she was fine, but she pressed charges, I believe. Nothing happened to her body. I think she like her arm hurt, so we had to pay thousands of dollars, obviously, and we also had to pay thousands of dollars for the ambulance, and I felt bad because my friend had to pay thousands of dollars for his ambulance. But yeah, so I was like really depressed because that night, like I obviously totaled my car. So this was like I said, I was 17. I was about to enter my senior year of high school, and I live far away from my friends. I live in Glendora, so like my friends lived in San Gabriel. That was where I went to high school. I went to Gabrielino High School. So what happened was I did not have a car for like a whole month for like the rest of summer break, and I was in my emo phase, so I was like cutting myself a lot in high school, and obviously I don't condone that. Like I feel very happy and positive now, and if you can relate, if you're like cutting yourself and stuff, don't do it. Like do something else, like watch my Nair video, watch AOT, read a book, listen to Taylor Swift. Like I don't condone self-harm. I think please I hope you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I hope you can see that life is worth living, because life is really good. So basically, I did not think that way when I was 17. So I was already cutting myself at the time, and I was like, I'm gonna cut myself a little extra because I'm so like emo. And then I already told this story before, but this was basically the day that like I cut myself a little extra, a little deep, and then one of my cuts did not heal in time. In the morning, like it bled overnight, and I was soaked. My shirt, my pants, my mattress, like all the way down to like my deep mattress. I think this is a new mattress, but like my camera just stopped recording, spooky. But basically what I was saying was, I'm not sure if it was like my old mattress or if this is like a new mattress, but like it was a mattress, this mattress, one of them, soaked all the way with blood. And I was very scared, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I was like lightheaded in the morning, and I was like, am I dead or am I alive? Like I wasn't sure if I was like on this earth, because there was so much blood, and I was like lightheaded, and I was like, when people give blood, you have to like eat something, you know, like you can't be lightheaded. Like when you lose blood, you like don't feel good. So I basically bled out the rest of the night. My parents were working, obviously. My stepdad and my mom were working. It was summer break, so I woke up like super late in the day, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I hope no one can see this, because they didn't know at the time that I was like cutting myself. And so I googled quickly like, hey, like how do I get rid of like blood everywhere? And obviously I had to like clean up and like do laundry, soak it in the bathtub. It looked like a whole homicide thing. But yeah, then I later saw that like one of the cuts didn't heal, which was tragic. Sad, beautiful, tragic. But yeah, so that was the same night, and then I got a car like a month later, like 2016. I got a car a month later, 2006 Toyota Camry, and then I wasn't as sad because I was like, I have a car now. But I stopped cutting myself fully when I was like 18. But yeah, and then I started my senior year of high school, and the pregnant lady, I think she gave birth. She definitely did not die. She was alive, which thank God she was alive. And she gave birth. The baby's totally fine, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so that's how I hit the pregnant lady with my car when I was 17, and I have not gotten in any like big accidents since, or like none of them were my fault after that, because that's why I'm so careful now. Like I don't condone bad drivers or like drinking and driving. I don't even have road rage. Like I'm very much a pacifist on the road. I do get anxious on the road. For a while I had PTSD from like the accident, and I would like get so scared on the freeway and driving past like 65, but I've gotten better since. So yeah, that was how I hit the pregnant lady with my car. I hope that no one here hits anyone, and I hope you don't get hit either, because it makes me sad. Like I've had friends or like friends of friends, acquaintances that like have died from, they would like exit a freeway and then like a drunk driver would come in through the exit like the wrong way. the opposite way, and then they would die. So I don't condone that. It scares me. Like, please be careful on the road. Don't ever drink and drive. Like, I don't condone that. Don't do drogas either and drive. Like, don't get in the car with a friend that, like, is obviously drinking. Even if they take, like, a few shots, they're like, I'm sober. Like, don't listen, okay? Like, be careful on the road. Like, your life is so worth it and precious, and you don't want to hit maybe potential pregnant ladies on the street. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was definitely the scariest day / night of my life. And if you like this story, like the video and subscribe to my channel. Check out the links below for all my stuff. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.